everybody and welcome to our channel. Our channel is called What's Up and we're going to tell you about everything that is up in Canada.
Today we're going to talk about 5 don'ts while immigrating to Canada. And step number 1, you have to avoid fishy agencies. So if there are basically 2 ways how to process your application. You already know about Express Entry system. If your English is good enough, you can do it yourself. If you are careful, just read all the requirements on the website, and if you are thorough, if you're attentive, you can completely do it by yourself. But if you need a little bit of legal help, advice with the documents, obviously it's better to ask for some help from the immigration lawyer or immigration consultant. Just make sure that those people who are going to help you with the application are licensed, because in Canada they actually have to have the diploma. A few years ago it was a 9-year program in college. Now they made it into the bachelor's degree, so it's like 3 or 4 years of education. So you have to make sure that people who are helping you are actually professionals to do that. And please ask before you sign any contract with any agency if they have a license to help you with the immigration documents. So like, don't get caught into the fraud traps.
Yeah, what I wanted to add here that sometimes it's very attractive where they say that there's some kind of price drop and they're gonna help you with your immigration process for a very small amount of money. So it might look good, but you have to remember that free cheese we can find only in a mousetrap, and unfortunately, so you have to shop around, see the prices in general, and if someone's price is too good to be true, probably that agency is not a legit agency. Also, we live in digital age right now, so read all kinds of testimonials. You can even write people who you see on the website who left their testimonial and ask them if they liked the representation, if they were satisfied with whatever services were provided to them. There are also lots of Facebook groups and stuff like that, so sign up there and ask real people for real feedback. So thing to avoid, number 2, is to avoid any kind of fake documents, and number 1 fake document that I want to warn you about is WES. So as we said, you have to evaluate your diploma through the agency that is called World Education System, and there are some helpers that will advise you maybe to evaluate your diploma through some other agency, through some other kind of system or something like that. In WES you pay anywhere from $350 to $500, but the evaluation is valid for life.
Yeah.
So once you do it, you have the papers, you can submit them as many times as you want. You submit them to different organizations that require those papers, because there are some agencies that will evaluate the papers. They are legitimate agencies, but they will put expiration date on their evaluation. So you will pay probably as much money as you pay for WES, maybe $100 less. But then your evaluation will have like an expiration date of 5 years or something like that. So it's better to avoid that, because you don't know when you will need that evaluation in your future, and so be mindful of that. WES is a world organization. You could either do it by yourself to get evaluated. Both of us, I did it by myself. Did you do it by yourself? I don't remember.
My immigration lawyer helped me.
Okay, so I did it by myself, and it wasn't easy, but it wasn't super hard. I went to the website, I read all of the instructions, I did everything. We will leave the website down below, of course, and because it costs a lot of money. I remember I was told that you have to pay like $300 to $500 to WES, and then extra, I believe, $500 to immigration lawyer or consultant. That was I was told, but many years ago.
Okay.
So if you want to save that money, because that's not a small amount, then go ahead and do it yourself. And it's quite understandable on the website. You could read and just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we will put the link below. Just be sure that you are doing the evaluation for immigration purposes, because there are two options on the website. One is for immigration, the other one is for education. So actually you have to choose the immigration one. For education, I guess it's a little bit cheaper, but it's like different process. That's not what they wanted, so we will put the correct link down below. And step number 3, talking about the documents, you have to make sure that you will provide the legitimate reference from your workplace. So like, don't fake any information, please. Especially be very honest if you're hiring the representative, the immigration lawyer or consultant. You have to be honest with those people. And you need to tell that I have that many years of work experience. If it's not enough, that's okay. Like, put it in the system while your application is there. You will keep working and you will get more experience, so the information will be updated. Please put the correct number of hours per week. It should be at least, I guess, like 35, yeah, to be considered as a full-timer. And make, like, just like I promise you, the government of Canada is going to check that. If you believe that you can like, you know, negotiate with your employer and they can write a little bit more hours, they can write a little bit more responsibilities that you do, but you actually don't do those things at work, that's like that's not exactly true. So they may call your employer, they may call your colleagues, they will definitely check the website of your workplace. They will Google the address. First of all, they're going to check if it's a legit job. And in my case, I guess in your case as well, they were asking us to provide the tax forms, right? We're from Ukraine, and the tax system is different from Canada. So our employer was actually paying the taxes on our behalf, but still we had to go to the tax office and ask them to give us the documents proving that basically we were paying taxes for at least like 3 years, I guess. That's how many years they want us to show our work experience. So like, yeah, be prepared that they're gonna ask some follow-up documents, so everything should be legit. And like, don't lie, okay? Because if you lie once, like, you will be red flagged, and
there's almost impossible, no way to come back from that. It's almost no way to come back from lie. There are some people who try to somehow make their applications look better, whether they wanted to cheat and fake some work experience, or they wanted to fake some education. But of course you will hear stories about people who fake their work experience and fake their education, and they miraculously moved to Canada and lived happily ever after. That might have happened, like, that's 1 in a million cases. And then everyone tells that story. In most cases, everything is checked really thoroughly. Everything is going digital now. So even your tax forms could be checked online. Canada is a country with lots of resources, and they treat immigration questions very seriously. So they check everyone really thoroughly. So our recommendation to you, just don't lie. If there is something you don't have, just work hard, get that experience, get that education, and happily move to Canada. It's better than to lie and get a refusal, and then there is almost no way to come back from that. Then it can ruin like your prospects of coming to this beautiful country. Yeah, this beautiful Canada.
This beautiful Canada, awesome.
Next thing I wanted to mention is lies about you living abroad. So for you to understand, when you're applying for express entry, you have to give the history of your life for the past 10 years. So your education, your work, and the places where you traveled and the places where you lived. So say you lived in some European country, and if you lived there for more than 6 months, Government of Canada requires for you to submit police check from that country. So I'll tell you my story. I've lived in the US for almost 5 years, and when I applied, I had a student's visa back then, and when I applied for immigrate to Canada, they wanted that police check. police check in the US is done by FBI. So I had to, there's this elaborate form where you write all of your information down, where you take your fingerprints, and I believe that's probably the case in all other
Most
countries.
of the countries,
Yes,
yeah.
because there is no other way to check your record to see whether you committed some kind of felony. And then I sent everything to the FBI. Unfortunately, in the US, they don't send those police checks outside of the country, but because I had family living in the country, I was able to provide them with the US address, and they just sent my police check to them. It didn't take long, it took about a month, but they usually say anywhere from 21 days to 3 months. Even I heard the stories of people who were in other countries, like 6 months they had visitors visa, and they overstayed their welcome like couple of months. And they did not feel like telling Canadian government that they had done that. Don't be afraid, they are not asking if you were in that country legally or not.
They don't care.
They don't care. It's in the past. People make mistakes. They just want police check. So don't go and say, oh, I've never been there, or I've been there for 3 months, I left. It's very easy. Again, digital world, very easy to check. So just try and get that police check, get that certificate to clear your name, to prove that you're a good citizen in good standing and you deserve to live in this beautiful country.
Awesome. Also, step number 5, the last one, please don't provide fake document of your medical exam. After your information is processed, and luckily one day they will send you the invitation to Canada, so your final step is to go through the medical examination. In every country, the government of Canada has like a few clinics or like a few doctors who are licensed by the government of Canada to perform such a medical exam. What they are doing, they're doing blood work, they are checking you for TB, they are checking for AIDS. Not like if you have like flu or whatever, of course you're allowed to come to Canada, but you need to go to that specific doctor on those like specific hospitals, because if you just go to your family doctor and do the medical checkup there, that's not a valid document, that's not what they want, like they will not accept it, and then you will have to go somewhere else and pay money again and like do it again, and it's just a waste of time because they give deadlines. I don't remember like how many months, but like after they send you the invitation to apply, so you need to do your medical exam pretty fast and just like send that final paper so they can grant you the visa. That's why be very careful. Again, like if you're doing it by yourself, you can find this information on the official website. There are a list of countries. You will just go from the CIC website, find your country, and then under your country you will find the addresses of the doctors or clinics who can perform such a medical exam. Also, like act fast, because there are lineups, so you have to call, book an appointment in advance. And the medical exam is pretty fast. You will just have, it's like a 1-day exam, right? So, and then you just wait maybe some time for the results, but you don't have to get back. Like they will send your results to the government of Canada. So like what you have to do is just show up at the hospital and they will do everything for you. And yeah, that's it.
So while going through this immigration process, be vigilant, question everything, even if you have good representation. You know, everyone is a human being, everyone makes mistakes. So if they tell you do something, check it, if you should do it, if you should not do it, if it's right way for you to go. So it's good to, you cannot it's a sad thing to say, but you cannot trust completely and like not care, just pay your legal representation and like, okay, let them do their thing.
Double check
you
all
have
the
to
time.
Double check, because they have a lot of people apply to move to Canada or any other country, and those immigration consultants and lawyers have lots of work, lots of clients, and mistakes happen. So it's your job to check everything.
It's your responsibility to take care of your documents, because like you want to move to Canada, you and your family, not the immigration lawyer.
Each letter of your last name, first name, date of birth, whatever, you have to check. And number 2 is very important, what I wanted to mention. again that they want the history of your life for the
That's
last 10 years. That's why when I first met with my immigration consultant, I didn't have a lawyer, I had a consultant. I remembered a couple of things, and then I told her, 10 years is a long period of time. I moved a lot and lots of things happened. I changed a couple of jobs. I was like, just give me some time and I will write things out and I will email them to you. And it took me, it might be funny, but it took me a long time. I wrote down the year and I thought, what did I do back then? Oh, did this and that. Then I had to collect my passports and see where I traveled to, because I had an old passport, then I had new one, and then biometrical passport, whole passport ordeal. So it takes time, it takes patience. So be patient, be hardworking, and
good luck. Yeah, if you still have questions after this video, we will be happy to answer, so leave them down in the comments below. Please like our video, subscribe and share. More new content will come soon. Bye.
Thank you, bye.